All countries on planet Earth enforce their borders. All countries on planet Earth deport illegal aliens. All countries on planet Earth enforce immigration law. Sorry for the background, guys, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm actually extremely proud of this video because you know what? I didn't use any aid in finding the countries as I created this video. And I know this is cringe, my little pat on the back, but I'm proud. I'm proud of my geography skills, I'm proud of my historical knowledge, you guys see my library. I'm widely read. But anyways, let's get to the video. Enough self-congratulatory talk. Pakistan. Illegal entry is a serious offense that can result in a 10-year prison sentence and fines. Iran. The penal code allows for up to 3 years of imprisonment. In some border regions or cases involving security threats, punishments may escalate to lashings or indefinite detention. Bangladesh. Illegal entry is a punishable offense that can lead to imprisonment and fines. Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. Both countries treat unauthorized border crossing as a criminal act subject to detention and prosecution. Sri Lanka. Unauthorized entry is punishable by imprisonment and fines under national immigration laws. East and Southeast Asia. China. Illegally crossing borders is a criminal offense. Penalties for individuals include detention and fines, while organizers of illegal migration face severe long-term imprisonment. South Korea maintains strict immigration controls. Violations of the Immigration Control Act lead up to fines of up to 30 million KRW, approximately $22,000, and imprisonment. Thailand. Illegal entry is punishable by fines, detentions, and removal. Serious or repeated offenses often result in long-term re-entry bans. Philippines. Unauthorized entry is a punishable offense that typically leads to detention, mandatory deportation. Brunei. Illegal entry is a criminal act that can result in imprisonment and fines. Middle East. Saudi Arabia. One of the world's strictest countries for immigration. Violations can lead up to 7 years in prison, heavy fines, and swift, permanent deportation. Lebanon. Entering the country illegally is forbidden and punishable by up to 4 years in prison. United Arab Emirates. Unauthorized entry is a criminal offense that results in imprisonment and or heavy fines, followed by deportation. Bahrain. Illegal entry can lead to 90 days of imprisonment, a fine, or both. Jordan and Kuwait. Both nations strictly enforce laws that include arrest and detention for anyone entering without a valid visa or permit. West and Central Africa. Nigeria strictly enforces the 2025 immigration reforms. Overstaying or illegal entry can lead to daily fines of $15, while long-term overstays over 1 year result in deportation and a 10-year permanent re-entry bans. Cameroon. Unauthorized entry can result in detention and mandatory removal. The Gambia. Illegal entry is punishable by up to 1 year in prison, a fine, or both. Angola and DR Congo. Both countries have recently agreed to fast-track deportations for undocumented nationals following diplomatic pressure. East and Southern Africa. South Africa. One of the region's strictest enforcers. Illegal residency is a criminal offense, punishable by a fine of up to 2 years in prison. Failing to depart when ordered can increase the sentence to 4 years. Business owners who hire undocumented workers face fines of $30,000 per employee and criminal records. Kenya. Illegal entry is a criminal offense, often resulting in a fine and 6 months in prison, followed by mandatory deportation. Tanzania and Uganda. Both nations utilize detention and removal for unauthorized entrants. Ethiopia. Unauthorized presence after expiration status, such as TPS, can lead to deportation proceedings. North Africa. Algeria. Irregular entry is a criminal offense, punishable by 2 to 6 months in prison and fines. Repeat offenders can face severe sentences of 10 to 20 years. Morocco focuses heavily on criminalizing the promotion or from the facilitation of illegal migration. New 2025 legislation proposes 5 to 10 years in prison and fines up to 500,000 dirhams for luring minors into unauthorized migration. Egypt. Unauthorized entry can result in detention for investigation, often in restricted border zones, followed by mandatory deportation. Europe. Hungary. Damaging border fences or crossing illegally is a crime, punishable by up to 8 years in prison. United Kingdom. Under 2025 legislation, illegal arrival is a criminal offense carrying up to 4 years in prison. Germany, as of 2026, has shifted to firm enforcement and record-level removals of unauthorized migrants. Russia, unauthorized entry can lead to 2 years in a penal camp for forced labor. Latvia, illegal entry may be punished with community service, fines, or imprisonment. Ukraine, the criminal code prescribes up to 3 years imprisonment for unauthorized entry. Central America, Panama, operates a strict tiered fine system. Illegal entry results in a fine starting at $300 and escalates to a $1,000 fine for repeat violations. Those unable to pay face immediate deportation. Costa Rica, unauthorized entry is an administrative infraction. Penalties include mandatory deportation and a reentry ban ranging from 2 to 10 years. Guatemala and Honduras, both countries utilize detention and removal for unauthorized entrance. South America, Colombia, illegal entry is an administrative violation. Fines for moderate breaches range from 4 to 100 times the minimum monthly salary, approximately 5 to 1,000 USD. Failure to pay typically leads to mandatory deportation. Peru, unauthorized entry results in mandatory expulsion and a reentry ban of 5 to 15 years. Chile, under the 2024 to 2025 plan, unauthorized entry is met with immediate administrative expulsion. Using fraudulent documents to enter is a crime punishable by 61 to 3 years in prison. Brazil maintains a non-punitive approach where illegal entry is not a crime. Violators face a daily fine of $100 and are given a notice to regularize their status or leave voluntarily. Argentina, illegal entry is an administrative infraction. Authorities issue an expulsion order, though individuals may apply for suspension of expulsion if they have local family ties. In Canada, failure to report Customs Act. All individuals must report to the designated port of entry when entering Canada. Entering elsewhere can result in fines, generally between $1,000 and $25,000, imprisonment for up to 1 year in prison, or a fine and jail time. In the United States, criminal penalties include, for the first offense, a misdemeanor punishable by up to 6 months in prison, a fine, or both. Subsequent offenses, a felony punishable by up to 2 years in prison, a fine, or both. Illegal entry, re-entering, or being found in the U.S. after a prior removal is a felony. Standard penalty, up to 2 years in prison. Enhanced penalties if previously removed after certain convictions. Prison time can be increased to 10 years for a felony, or 3 misdemeanors, or 20 years for an aggravated felony.
You guys saw how some of them penalties in other countries were much more severe than here in the United States. And I guarantee you, I promise you, many of them countries, about like 85%, are extremely serious about defending their borders and enforcing their immigration laws. It's a matter of national security to many nations, as it's a matter of national security to the United States. So the whole entire argument behind the leftist entire philosophy concerning mass migration, illegal immigration, borders, it doesn't hold water. It's nonsensical. It doesn't make logical sense. Of course, the United States has a right to defend our border. Of course, we have the right to deport people who are here illegally. It's a fundamental right of a nation, and every single nation on planet Earth practices this right. There's not one nation on planet Earth that has 100% open borders like the left would like, you know? So, yeah, enough of this bullcrap, guys. You need to share this video.